The Ash, Luttsy and Nikki Osborne podcast.
Tuesday podcast.
Oh, hey, yo. I've still got to voice that, Mitch.
Oh, we're going to voice that. Okay.
No, we can do that. We can do that after. Just
Yeah, okay.
don't let me forget.
I will not.
Because it'll play on my mind for the whole day.
Girl, she's been... Oh, yeah, okay.
Did anybody see, or just reminded towards the end of the show, we were talking about plane rides.
Yes.
I watched,
Rides. I like how it's a ride.
plane trips, whatever it is.
Sounds like a plane ride when Luttsy describes it, when he's up in a bar and
Yeah, that's fun.
lay down beds and stuff.
In the toilet cubicle.
I watched a
Don't do
doco
anything
on she must be like the Irish equivalent of Chappelle Corby.
Oh, okay.
It's on Netflix. I forget what it's called.
So Banged Up Abroad?
It's like Banged Up
I
Abroad.
did see an Irish one of that once. It's the only reason.
Two girls, the most horrific story. And she, when she was 20, she got busted with 12 kilo of cocaine in Peru, heading back to
Oh, I remember
Ibiza.
hearing about this person.
Ibiza. And
Which doesn't look good.
but she
Not a good look.
She's actually sitting down. So I guess I don't know how long ago. Like she still looks like a pretty young woman. Like she'd be in her 30s now, maybe.
Yeah.
And just the horrific story of that. Like she was a waitress in Ibiza, and she's not. What I liked about it was that she's not sugar. She's admitting everything that she did wrong. Like she was a waitress in Ibiza, and you could actually like order drugs from the bar, and they'd serve it under your napkin. Anyway, she met this one guy, and she didn't know he was the big drug dealer, but she's gone back to his place one night. They're having a party, and she takes acid for the first time.
Oh, bloody hell.
And while she's on acid, he then hits her up and says, "Oh, would you like to go to Barcelona?" Which has got to be close to Ibiza, I guess. It's the same
Yes.
country, even.
Yes.
Go to Barcelona, pick up a package for us, and bring it back.
It's only a 30-minute flight, yeah.
And she was going to get paid $5,000, and she's off her chops. And she says, "Yeah, okay, I'll do that." Like thinking this will be down the track.
Especially if she's an Irish girl pulling beers in a pub, like working in a cafe or whatever.
And she's a party girl. She's 20 years of age.
Domestic flight, too. That's like, not that I've never been a drug mule, but I feel like it's less risky than international borders.
Yeah, so long story short, while she's still wired, she gets, they go to her place and she packed like a pair of togs and like no clothes whatsoever. And she got shipped off to Peru.
So she didn't know. So
in South
they
America,
put her on a different plane while she's...
And then she arrives at Peru and straight away they've got her. They pick her up. Another girl who's come from somewhere else who's the same age, and they literally meet in Peru. She's shitting herself, and she goes, "I didn't know I was going to spend so much time with this other girl," because they were travelling together, and she ended up with 12 kilo of cocaine. I don't know, and you go, "Oh, drug dealer, got no sympathy," and all the rest of it. I watched this, and I was like, "Oh my God, that's like one of the cruelest things I've seen."
And how long did she go? What happened?
Well, she got, she did a plea deal. She got 6.5 years. She ended up getting out in 4.
So she did better than Chappelle then.
Yeah.
She was never threatened with the death penalty, which
way,
Chappelle was...
way better than Chappelle. What did Chappelle end up with?
She ended up doing 10 years. She was meant to have 20, but she always had the risk that it could be upgraded to death penalty.
Death.
So she was just permanently in fear that she's going to be shot. But it's interesting you say that she hooked up
It's
with
worth
another
checking
chick
out
at the
anyway.
other
And
end.
it's expiring soon, but if you want to check it out, I was like, oh man, it was full on.
Because one time I was on a plane and this strange woman kept asking me to put her bag up.
Dear.
And then this other person grabs me. No, the host grabs me and says, "Do not touch her bag." I'm like, "Why? What's going on?" He says, "It's very possible she's involved with drugs. And if your hands are on that bag, all of a sudden you're implicated." I'm like, "Oh my goodness." Because I'll help anyone. Well, want me to help that? I'll help you with that. So yeah, you could just get stung by default. Just by being a nice
helping out.
person.
Did you ever meet Chappelle?
No, I never met Chappelle. Got a good joke about Chappelle.
Did she? I wouldn't mind hearing it. Is it
Yeah, well, I do a whole bit
did she do
about
dance?
it.
Did she do dancing?
Yeah, she did do
I
dancing.
feel like she did, right? Yeah.
Yeah,
Did
but
Chappelle do dancing?
Yeah,
Did
she
she?
did dancing. I'm pretty sure she did dancing. But you know what she does now, right?
No.
She makes clocks. She builds clocks, and I laughed and laughed because it's nice to see she's still good at doing time.
Oh, that's very good.
Thanks.
very good.
Thanks. There's more.
Very good.
There's more, but I don't want to do my whole set.
No, well, save it. That's
Yeah.
good. I'd like
Save
a
it.
Chappelle joke once a week, though.
Yeah.
Would be good. Yeah, right. That's a
Does
strange
she-
thing to do, though. Like the
Does
clock-
she do clocks? Or
Yeah,
did
she
you just-
actually
Oh.
she makes clocks, like resin clocks, like kind of ocean
Do you reckon she'd have
ones.
more patience? And
I reckon
having
she'd
done a
have.
stint in prison, would you be more chilled?
Yeah, I think she's
reckon.
got a shit sorted. She seems really rather together.
That'd lose some ADHD pretty quickly, wouldn't it? Corroborcan.
That's secure.
What do you
That's
mean?
just-
Well, like you're sitting around and got nothing to do. You have to calm down, wouldn't you?
Yeah, it'd just be permanent
If
mindfulness.
your brain was going 100 miles an hour, you wouldn't last long.
When I was in Bali, was it last year?
you?
I went to Bali.
I'd be all right then.
I
Just sit there and think of nothing.
I had my nifty 50 and I went out to Corroborcan just to have a look, just to look at it from the
Oh,
outside.
Karobarkan. Is it Corroborcan? Is that what it's called?
Oh, Corroborcan's how I've seen it. I don't know.
Yeah.
I call it Karobarkan.
Never that in my life.
Really?
No.
I've never been to Bali though.
Well, Corroborcan's how they say it in the news.
Oh.
Yeah,
I see I don't
I've heard
even
it.
listen.
Yeah, Corroborcan.
I do really well in Karobarkan.
It's not too far out of the city centre. Like it's not that far out of
Cheap rent.
out of yeah, but, and
Probably safer than Cooter.
and as Luttsy said once when we were in LA, we went past all the homeless people.
This up, you wit.
What?
Oh, we went past.
We were downtown back before downtown got gentrified, whatever they call it.
In the trolley area. Yeah.
Yeah, like in the trolley area is that code for the shittiest area you've
Yeah,
ever
well,
seen.
because
the
people,
homeless area.
they push their trolleys around. They've
Yeah.
got all their stuff in
It
trolleys.
was very much that. It was
Yeah.
ghetto.
Yeah,
Right.
And just like a huge amount of homeless people.
Yeah,
And
it's quite confronting.
We're driving past in our Chevrolet rent-a-car, and
Why we stayed there is anyone's guess.
I don't know. And Luttsy goes, "It's kind of good that they're all together, isn't it? Like it kind of reminds me of like our school camps." I'm like, yeah, mate, they're having a fucking ball
They
there.
were gathered around in one of those.
They're like Rocky Balboa around a 44-gallon drum with fire.
Oh,
Yeah.
my
It looked
goodness.
homely. It looked like they were.
Yeah.
That's why I'm
Good little
grateful to
community.
people like Jimmy Darts. You know Jimmy Darts on Instagram?
No.
He goes around and finds these types of people on the street and kind of does a little test with them to just test their moral resolve. And usually the people going through the worst shit are the people who help him out.
There you go.
And then when they help him out, he ends up giving them like $50,000. He's giving them houses. Like he just keeps going around. He does it every day. It's like what Mr. Beast used to do, except on speed.
Yeah, right.
So yeah, he's cleaning up LA one by one.
There's a chance they'd spend the 50 grand on speed, though.
Well, there's
You know-
always.
you know what
I
I'm
don't
saying?
know.
There's always that argument.
Well, at least they're together.
That's what I said. That's what I said. It looked nice.
Well, you're giving me nowhere to go with it, so I just
I took it to speed down.
took it to Speed Town.
The Ash, Luttsy, and Nikki Osborne podcast.